Thank you.
Hopefully,
I get it.
Hopefully,
funny, Mike.
I would say that every week.
Don't forget to tip your server.
Oh, I know all about that.
Welcome to the Sportz Phenz
I had a
Show.
song for this.
The show
Something
where just like you, we can't get enough
he's reading
sports.
your blitz, checking out of it real nice.
We did tell you the mics are hot, right? I could dig it.
Jordan Love is coming to town.
And he is going down.
Now here's your host, Arthur Knight.
Nobody's listening to the intro anyways.
No. Definitely not.
I'm the only one watching, I think.
No, I'm watching too.
Oh, why is...
I'm watching too. It's fuzzy, but I'm watching. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, welcome to the show, Sportz Phenz. This is the Sportz Phenz Show. I am Arthur Knight, and with me, as always, is Mr. Ryan Lagan and Mr. Michael Wharton. We are coming to you live from 4300 West Alameda in Denver, Colorado. We can say again, come by and get you some barbecue, man. He's got some wings today, some brisket, some, he's got that mac and cheese on point. What else you got, Vinny?
Wings, brisket, chicken, and mac and cheese tonight.
There we go.
Full
There
menu
we go.
tomorrow with tacos.
All right, man.
I'm going to wing it.
Give him
I'm going to be winging it.
Give him a call at 303-807-0151. Make sure you get your pre-orders in for Sunday for the Broncos win. That's 303-807-0151 on Sunday. Get your pre-orders in with Vinny. It is Sunday, right? 2:25 p.m. here.
In
Kickoff?
the afternoon. PM.
PM
Mountain.
in the PM, unless they flex it, right?
They're not going to flex it.
They might.
You keep hoping. You okay over here? Or you having technical difficulties?
I'm short enough already. I sunk myself down by accident. Like I said, we're
Yeah,
live.
you might want to bring that up just a little bit because Mike's
higher?
already uber tall, and I already have him lowered. There we go.
It's all right.
Now you're almost eye level with the rest of the group.
Yeah, my opinions aren't at eye level though, so we're good.
Interesting.
All right, we are being brought to you by Eye Envy Vision. Since we're talking about eyes, Eye Envy Vision is devoted to offering affordable and fashionable eyewear. Eye Envy Vision is your eye care advocates. Their goal is to provide all with the education and awareness needed to make an informed decision about your vision and health. They are located off of Alameda and Buckley in Aurora, Colorado, but you can call today at 720-762-4290 or book online at ienvyvision.com. They take most medical insurance and Medicaid, so call or book today at 720-762-4290 or ienvyvision.com. That's 720-762-4290 or ienvyvision.com. Eye Envy Vision, we see you.
Look at the big picture.
All right, so we see you in Michigan too, man. So Ryan's got some dirt coming out of Michigan there.
Uh-oh.
That had flown by my radar yesterday. I'm a big Michigan fan, more of the basketball team, but I'm a big Michigan fan, and I kind of missed this. So lay it on us, brother. What's going down?
So
I missed it.
The scoop is we got Michigan's head coach, who of course replaced Harbaugh after the national championship, right? I forget the guy's first name. Last name's Moore. Sharon, thank you. Sharon Moore gets fired with cause yesterday. And then, kind of slowly comes out, like, apparently there was this inappropriate relationship with one of his administrative specialists. Maybe she, had her salary just all of a sudden jump from $50K a year to $90K a year with no, title change or anything like that. And then hours later, he's in police custody, apparently for attempted assault. And it's kind of, obviously it's all, allegations at this stage, innocent until proven guilty and all those fun things. But if the allegations are true, it is quite sad, actually. It sounds like he may have gone home and assaulted his wife after this happened, and then potentially drove to where this person that he had this relationship with was living and potentially held a knife to her throat. Again, these are still, early stages of reporting, and not to be taken as gospel or anything like that.
So he, as the kids would say, had a crash out. Like he just
yeah,
crashed
he was
out.
crashing.
It's like, dude, choose drugs, not violence. If you're gonna have a
something.
moment like that, right?
Something.
Like, I get you just lost however many millions of dollars, but my goodness, that is
Now you just
sad.
lost your freedom, bruh. Possibly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you lost your job, you lost your wife. This starting to sound like a country song, and I don't mean to make light, but it's just crazy, like to think that anybody at any given time. So I'm not holding judgment against this dude. I know like the court of opinion, public opinion is swift and very quick to jump to conclusions, present company included.
Right.
So but anybody at any point in time could snap and have a break. So let's give him the grace that he at least deserves a little bit. At least he didn't kill anybody. Like
Well, that's what I was gonna
allegedly,
say.
he hasn't-
Hopefully, there's no permanent damage there.
Yeah.
And,
This
that part is something to take as a positive.
This is something he can work through with therapy and
Little bit of jail time.
a little bit of jail time,
Little prison.
Yeah, well,
Maybe.
Now, I think like the thing that we can kind of talk about a little bit more, definitively, and that is interesting about this story is like as this has come out now, all of a sudden these different social media posts and things like that are starting to come out of the woodwork of the coach being pictured with this girl on campus together, or posting questionable things or what have you, and it starts to beg the question, like, how much did the university know, how early, did they sit on this information to see if he would beat Ohio State, right? Like, where does that part of the...
So there's implications on the school as well.
I mean, but potentially, it's hard to say at this stage, obviously, but especially after this big story with LSU's former coach Brian Kelly and the school trying to first terminate him without cause, and then after they were going to owe him $50 million, they tried to terminate him with cause, and then he sues the school saying that they don't have cause, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, actually you're right, we're not going to terminate you with cause anymore, like, bad idea. So like right on the immediate aftermath of that whole story, now all of a sudden it's like, well, how many millions of dollars did the school save letting this coach go, who just lost 3-4 games this year, lost to Ohio State? They maybe weren't necessarily thrilled about the performance there, and took an opportunity. I mean, I don't know. Again, it's still speculation at this stage. I just think it's an interesting angle of this story.
Okay,
What
it's
is
an interesting story? Period.
What is going on with college sports?
It's become professional.
Yeah, well, it's turning into quite the circus on like the surface level, the visible level, but then we're all these kind of scandalous soap opera-esque sort of situations happening, man.
Right.
They need a commish. I nominate Michael Wharton.
No,
Mike's like,
I'm not even really a big college sports fan, man. It's just
That's exactly why
that's
you'd
the
be perfect
point.
for the job.
yeah, I guess so. Sure,
You have no dog in the fight whatsoever.
I'll fix it.
You'd be.
I could fix it.
You got my vote, brother. You got my vote.
There you go.
All right. So speaking of votes, who's got the most vote of confidence on their team going into Sunday at 2:25 p.m. here in Denver, Colorado? All right, so we're gonna have a bit of a debate here. Just small debate. Just small debate. I'm gonna start it off though. I'm gonna moderate. Look.
Oh boy, here we go.
I am the epitome of
Impartial
right now. Like I'm in the middle right now. No Denver. I wore Nuggets for a purpose.
Right.
Because it's impartial.
Oh yeah. Right.
No, that's what he told me earlier. That the Nuggets jersey shows that he's perfectly right down the middle,
Right.
no bias whatsoever.
No bias.
Yeah.
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 All right,
that
cut and
makes a lot
dry.
of sense.
Cut and dry. I'm
Yeah.
putting on my unbiased hat. Take away the Nuggets logo. If this is an unbiased hat, okay?
Got
All right. So the claim to fame for both teams, Nuggets. I got the Nuggets on the brain. The Denver Broncos. Is the defense, right? Claim to fame. That's what's gotten them to this point, 11-2. Packers on the other side of that coin is offense. So to you,
I disagree.
Ryan, well, that's what's been talked about all week on national TV, on local, is how the offense, the reason why the Packers have the not the advantage, but what do they call it for betting odds?
The Vegas favorite there?
Yeah, they're the favorite, the odds favorite.
Yeah.
And against a team who hasn't lost at home at all.
Sure.
They've been talking about it's because of their offense and having Jordan Love.
Well,
but hold on 1 second. So if I were to tell you that the offense for the Green Bay Packers and the offense for the Broncos, their point differential is probably 0.9 at 20, give or take, 24.8 for the Packers, 23.7 for the Broncos, right? Then you've got the total offensive yards per game, 349 for the Broncos, 351 for the Green Bay Packers. You've got the passing yards, total passing yards for team, 227 for the Broncos, 233 for the Packers. Rushing yards, and this one actually blew me away when I noticed it. Rushing yards per game, the Broncos 121.8. And like for real, dude, I didn't think they would. I didn't think that was a thing. And then 117.2 for the Packers.
Sure.
Okay, so with all of those numbers and the third down percentage, I'll give the Packers the edge. They got the 50.6 to the 40.6. So the Broncos are not very good on third down. With that said, the Packers don't seem to have a glaring difference against the Broncos offensively. How are they going to fare against this team defensively when the Broncos do have that defense?
Mike, do you notice how our unbiased moderator is?
No, I was just thinking the whole time. He's setting up all of my points.
Just
hold on.
He just spent like 3 whole minutes trying to convince me I'm wrong about a point I didn't actually make.
You haven't even started yet.
I was the one trying to cut him off at the beginning, saying I don't agree with that take. He says no. This is what everybody's saying. Here's all the reasons it's wrong, though. What do you have to say for yourself? Okay.
No, tell me why they're right. Tell me why they're right. That's your team.
So
just call them impartial art.
Why are they right?
In the context of the comparison between these two teams, I trust the Packers offense more than the Broncos offense. And a lot of those Broncos stats are, in obviously these late game comebacks or some of the garbage time against weaker teams they've beat up on. Granted, they've only had 2 or 3 non-stressful games in this whole 10-game win streak, right? But the idea is that, the inconsistency in the Broncos offense has been throughout the season, even up until the last few weeks more so, versus the Packers offense. A lot of those numbers you're seeing is because they were dreadful early on in the year, which has not been uncommon in Jordan Love's career. He's always been known to heat up more in this part of the season, and that's what you've seen more in recent weeks. If you were to look at those numbers over the past month or so, I guarantee you'd see a bigger discrepancy there. And you're also talking about, again, I think the Packers defense is the reason they're 9-3-1, not their offense, because that has been what's kept them in these games where the offense struggled early in the year and allowed them to be positioned to even go on the run that they're going on, right? I mean, all 3 games they lost this year, I think they gave up less than 17 points in all 3 of them. They're the only team in the NFL that can say that they gave up less than 17 in all 3 of their losses. So that should speak to you about where the offense was and where it's come from since then, right? And, I've heard a lot of the talk on the local radio and stuff like this about how, Micah Parsons is not like this Myles Garrett or Max Crosby type where he's an individual, point of emphasis on defense. And it's really, you got Rashawn Gary and these other guys. But Micah Parsons is the game wrecker. He's the reason that the Packers are a different team this year than recent years. When, if the
defense was good last year.
But they're better with Micah by a mile, right? And the reason is, if Denver, does what they've been doing, which is have slow offensive starts for the first 2-3 quarters of the game, and now you're trying to play from behind and come back against what has slowly gotten to be a hotter and hotter offense, you're going to have to let Micah pin his ears back and come at Bo every single down to try to make those kind of comebacks, and that's a difficult thing to do. To beat the Denver defense, and I think Washington is kind of given a little bit of a formula to this, and it's not specific to the Denver defense, it's every defense, right? But these long sustained drives where you wear this team down over the course of the game, and I think Josh Jacobs playing or not playing in this game is going to be a big part of it. If he can be a bruising running back throughout the game or not, as good as Emmanuel Wilson has been for us as a backup, that's going to be a huge part of it. I also think one of the strengths of the Denver defense is being able to put Pat Surtain on the best pass catcher on whatever team they're playing. No matter what that is. And the Packers' best pass catcher could be any one of 5 different people any given week, which makes it a little bit tougher of a matchup for Vance Joseph from that perspective. So I'm not saying that I am super, super confident. I think this is a coin flip of a game. But if the Packers are going to win, I think it's by taking advantage of the depth that they have in the passing game, by wearing the defense down with the fact that they've been so heavy on the run throughout the year, and by getting a lead early where Bo Nix trying to make his typical comeback is thwarted by Micah Parsons wrecking the game. That's the path to victory for Green Bay.
Okay. I mean, they both do share about 30 minutes of time of possession per game, and those are a lot of valid points. And Mike, so to his point, and also to the point of the Denver Broncos, their key being the defense going into this week. There's to his point as well. It's almost like this is a mirror match, right? So if I just explained the mirror or the differences or the comparisons, I should say, to their offenses. Now here's the defensive side. So the Broncos points allowed per game 18, Packers 19. Total yards per game 282 from the Broncos, 287 from the Packers. Passing yards 193 from the Broncos, 185 from Green Bay. Rushing yards, another to your point, the Broncos only allow 89 per game. Right, so that's going to be tough, especially if Jacobs doesn't play. Mm-hmm. And then Green Bay is 101. And then the sacks you got to kind of take out of there, because I'm not trying to say that the Green Bay Packers don't have a lot of guys that can sack, because they obviously do with 33 sacks. But 55, the Broncos can sack you from a lot of different ways. So, Mike, with all of what he said and what I just said, how do the Broncos slow down Jordan Love and make sure that 89 a game is the number that sticks, as opposed to them allowing the Green Bay Packers to control the clock as Ryan would like?
I don't know. Let's see. So Micah Parsons, right? You said he's one of the keys to their success, right?
Always, every week, yeah.
He's got like 12.5 sacks on the year?
12.5.
So does Bonito.
Yes,
so does Bonito.
Yeah.
That's a wash.
Yeah.
That's a wash right there.
Mm-hmm.
But
well,
and I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know nothing. So Broncos got Cooper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also an effective piece of
with about 8 sacks.
Pass rush.
They
right?
definitely have more depth in their pass rush.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
is there a comparable guy on the Packers like for Cooper?
Rashawn Gary has 7.5 sacks this year as well.
Okay.
He does.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's the thing, though. There's 20 of those 33 sacks are between 2 guys, versus Denver is you're 85 Bears on your sack rate basically, and you're getting it from 4 or 5 different pass rushers. You're cycling them in and out all game too.
Zach Allen is a linebacker. He's leading the league in quarterback hits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's another 100%. Fold to that defense.
That's a stat I didn't even throw out.
So let's think about that. So Jordan Love is he's pretty good with the deep passes, the long game. You know what I mean? He's got but you need time for that. That's your with the pressure that's going to be coming from the Broncos. I think that. It's possible that Love might have to, settle for like a first read or a second read.
He gonna be moving.
Mean? So that's a limitation right there on his skill set. Yep. And on the other side of the coin, I know that Micah Parsons is good and he's dangerous and he's coming, but Bowles is what allowed 1 sack this year.
Yeah, I mean Micah can line up anywhere though. That's part of that too.
So I don't know. I think the key for the defense is, plus we know that with Riley Moss and of course Surtain lurking out there, and even though there's 4 or 5 serviceable receivers that are potential targets for Jordan Love to hit, they're going to be struggling out there. There's going to be tight coverage out in the backfield. They're gonna have to deal with that, and with Jordan Love being rushed and having to kind of make quicker decisions. And then and then with the defensive line, that the running game that's already not spectacular from the Packers is going to be greatly impacted, I believe. You know what I mean? And especially if what's his face is he's still questionable, right?
Yeah,
Josh Jacobs.
He hasn't practiced for 2 days. That's not looking good.
You have to drag that dude off the field. He's been light on practices the better part of the last month, just trying to get healthy.
And he's a Broncos killer, even back to his Raiders days.
Right.
So the best running back option on the Packers is not necessarily like a top 5 guy in the league, right? He's middle of the road, maybe slightly below par.
817 yards is nothing to sneeze at this far into the season.
But Emmanuel Wilson's one game that he started, he rushed for over 100 yards for what it's worth on over 5 yards a carry.
Mm-hmm.
You said what game? One game?
Yeah, I think that's the only game Jacobs sat.
Okay. Well,
and Jacobs does have 12 touchdowns. I mean, he's tough. That's Jacobs. I give him credit. I give him credit. You have a valid point, Mike. It's not that you don't. It's just that he is key. If he doesn't play, that's a big deal. And if he's not 100%, that's still a big deal.
Sorry, it was closer to 4 yards to carry that game. It was at home against Minnesota where he ran for 107.
Minnesota. That was a whooping.
Yeah, it was a whooping. Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
What happened against the Browns?
Oh,
the offense wasn't looking super potent.
See, wait a minute. I want to state really quick that this man wasn't trying to do this debate. And now he's slinging mud.
Hold on. I'll give credit where credit's due. This 4-game win streak is pretty impressive. The offense does seem to be hitting their stride. They're putting together some big points and kind of comfortably winning these games.
Mm-hmm.
But they're.
We talked about it last week. You weren't here, but I said, is the Pack back? Because they had a 2-game lose streak, and it was bad.
Yeah.
It was really bad in that streak, and then they won 4 straight.
Yeah.
So credit, like Mike said, credit where credit's due.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. But then games they struggled, it almost doesn't make any sense. The Browns, the Panthers, they were unable to put up points against the Panthers.
But this is my struggle with both of these teams this year, is they've both played up and down to their competition throughout the season.
Valid point. Valid call out.
To all of your collective points, yes, Denver definitively has a better defense than the Packers. I think the Packers have a better offense than the Broncos. And to Arthur's original kind of inquiry here, the difference in the game is going to be how much better is the Denver defense than the Packers defense, how much better is the Packers offense than the Broncos offense.
Correct. Correct.
I mean, the Eagles, they got a pretty good defense.
They do.
They got a good pass rush.
They do.
7 points.
The offensive line for the Packers has been very injured this year. I'm not saying that it was still an awful performance for sure, but they've gotten 1 or 2 guys back since that game and been a little better. I still would like more depth in that offensive line though. But that game in particular, I think they had almost the worst injury report of the year for their line.
I just think it's interesting that they struggled against a good defense like the Eagles, the Packers did, but then they also struggled against some teams who do not have a very good defense.
Sure.
And so, that's kind of, it just seems sporadic and random. But when you're going to go against a well-oiled machine, top 3, 5, whatever defense in the league,
sure,
who is relatively healthy and
sure,
putting up numbers,
sure,
I think that is a big key to how that potent offense of the Packers could be stifled a little bit.
Yeah.
So how does it – hold on one second. So how does the Denver Broncos defense stifle this offense? Because the Green Bay Packers do have a versatile – that's – I'm brain farting right here. Versatile offense. They do have some tight ends. They do have ways – they have speed – they have agility. They have guys that can make corners miss, which the Broncos in previous games have. Sometimes you can tell that some of the corners do miss a couple of tackles and give up the big play. So how does this Denver's defense attack their offense and take away Jordan Love's offensive weapons? Because he does, even without Jacobs. Take Jacobs away, he still has offensive weapons at his disposal.
It just comes down to the pass rush. They're going to have to make the Packers feel rushed and pressured and get rid of that ball.
Timing.
It's gonna affect their deep ball when he's got to make a decision and can't even get past the first read. Big old Zach Allen's going to be coming at him. The run game isn't necessarily like top of the league, and if they do end up losing their number one running back, then that's going to be just another ding in their game. Now
that'll make them one-dimensional.
The Broncos do tend to maybe here and there struggle with tight ends and like in the midfield, some of that like mid-range game, but I think that they're good enough in the backfield and good enough on the front line that's going to cause problems. And as long as they can keep Jordan Love on his toes, I don't know. I don't think this is going to be a close game. I think it's going to be maybe a somewhat low-scoring affair. But I think that would be the key. Would be just quarterback pressure. You know what I mean? Take away the deep ball.
But while you respond, I'm looking at the chat here. So go ahead.
I think to your point, like there's a path to victory for both of these teams, and I think the pass rush is going to give both of these offenses trouble, right? Again, I think that the depth of the receiving corps for the Packers is part of why they have a chance against the Denver defense, because that's one of multiple strengths that the Denver defense has that they kind of have the ability to neutralize. But to your point, there's no answer for a good pass rush, assuming you're able to stop the run, right? The only way Jordan Love is throwing deep balls in this game is if they are able to establish 4 yards of carry and draw some of those safeties up on play action, because you're right, if he's just dropping back without getting the defense to at least move a little on play action, he's not going to get the time to throw those deep balls that he loves to throw and that were a huge part of their success in the last month or so, right?
And the Broncos do, as I said, they do give those up every once in a while.
Right.
They really do.
Right.
But we have to watch out for that.
You have to be able to have some success in the run game in order to do that, and I don't think you're going to find that right away. I think it's going to take commitment to the run game, which you have seen, LaFleur commit to throughout the year, even when it's not initially working, right? And Peyton, on the other hand, if the run game's not working, he sometimes can get away from it a little bit, you know?
And about the pass rush from the Broncos affecting, players. Raiders aside, we've seen in the last few weeks. We've seen in the last.
Gotta preface it. Let me take this one team out of here. Raiders aside,
the last few weeks we've seen game plans for this Broncos defense be somewhat effective, where the point is to get the ball out quickly.
Right.
It's one read.
We saw Mariota.
Yeah.
Mariota doing that. Yeah. And Mahomes and stuff, and it was working. It was working, but it didn't lead to wins though.
Yeah. All right. So coming out of the chat here, we got at 2True23 says Jacob might have a day, but the wide receivers are going to get shut down. What do you say to that, Ryan?
I mean, it depends on Vance Joseph's game plan, right? I think obviously whoever you're putting Surtain on, I don't think you have someone that can beat him, which isn't saying a lot because nobody really can consistently, right? And obviously Riley Moss has played good this year. His biggest thing is always just avoiding those big deep ball PI calls, right? Because one or two of those can definitely make a big impact on the game.
Change the game.
Barron's a nice slot corner to have, but again, there's Christian Watson to account for. There's Romeo Doubs. There's Jaden Reed. There's Dontavian Wicks. There's Luke Musgrave. And Josh Jacobs is an effective pass catcher out of the backfield, right?
True.
And you get to the point where you're going to have mismatches on those routes. Yes, you're going to have to design plays where you can go deeper into your reads and still give Jordan Love the time he needs to do that, which is difficult for sure. But there is a path to not being completely shut down in this game. If you're Green Bay, you have to have the right game plan for this defense.
All right, so Mike, this one's for you. Same person at 2True23. We know teams are going to throw quick passes. We are going to be on that. Do you agree with that statement?
Oh yeah, I think that especially Vance Joseph is. I think he's astute enough to recognize that people are making those adjustments, and he's proven that he's quite the manager of the defensive side, as far as planning for whatever team putting together this defense, and I think that it's probably definitely at the forefront of his mind right now to work on trying to decrease the effectiveness of the quarterbacks, trying to get rid of that ball so they're not getting absolutely destroyed.
And that messes with a lot of teams that aren't used to that. Like, you could try to game plan and implement and try to learn it in a week. A compressed schedule makes it very hard to just be like, okay, we're going to try this, what this team did 2 weeks ago, we're going to try to do this, and you're not really built for that.
Yeah.
So that could be a obstacle in its of itself. I don't know why I can't talk today.
Yeah,
something wrong.
I think you'll see both teams try to employ at least a mix of those types of play calls. And to your point, obviously we know, at least on the Broncos side, Sean Payton's got plenty of bubble screens in that big old play sheet.
Plenty of them, and to different receivers, different tight ends, different running backs.
And part of it too is, to your point, how the defense adjusts. Right, I think you see a lot of times where you start to get too heavy in that space, and instead of actually trying to get to the quarterback, you just see defensive linemen hold their line, hold their positioning, and then sit and then wait and then jump and try to deflect passes instead of actually getting home for the sack, and that can be effective at times as well, right? So it's definitely going to be a game of who can make the better adjustments and implement the right things at the right time. I mean, maybe this is the type of game you could say is probably one of the toughest games left on both of these teams' schedules, if not the toughest. Arthur, you've been talking the past month about how Sean Payton's holding out on us and saving some special sauce for when it counts this year. I mean, I'd love to see him, go a little deeper into the recipe.
I mean, you see I like that. You get glimpses, like flashes of it, like even against the Raiders last week. It never really felt like the game was out of the Broncos' hands, like ever. Like, it was an ugly game, but it never felt like the Broncos were in peril or at risk at all in that game. But anyway,
that's Sean Payton.
That's Sean Payton
and his expert clock management.
Yep.
The way he manages the clock is pretty impressive. And that makes for maybe a somewhat vanilla game plan work, when you're able to kind of control the narrative in that aspect.
And it's really weird based upon what we are used to seeing when he was coach in New Orleans.
True, but he had Drew Brees, though.
I mean, what are you trying to say about Bo Nix?
No, I love Bo Nix. You know what?
Wait a minute. That sounded like an underhand, like a backhanded compliment.
No,
dog.
It's just a completely different style of quarterback, dude. Look. I truly believe that because of that sort of
Mike's not a Bo Lever.
That sort of slick, that Sean Payton, trickiness that he has,
He's slick, man.
He's got some stuff. He's got some.
He's spy versus spy slick, dog.
He's got some cards up his sleeve. I think. I think he's been holding back for sure. I mean, and maybe he might be forced to implement some new packages, considering that Pat Bryant is questionable, and that he's been really picking up the last handful of games, and that could. So if he doesn't play, then I mean, what do we do? We maybe scheme up some plays for Marvin Mims, who's clearly explosive. He might not be like the tall, large sort of receiver that Sean Payton likes, but no doubt
that's someone we didn't even bring up his special teams.
No
that's
doubt,
a good
no
point.
doubt is Marvin Mims explosive, and who knows? For some reason, Sean Payton loves Lil Jordan Humphrey, and if Pat Bryant is out, you know what I'm saying?
Has to be because of his first name.
Yeah, I think Lil Jordan might get some snaps this week. You know what I'm saying? If Pat Bryant's out, we'll have to see.
That is the voice of El Presidente himself.
Presidente.
Hey, let's get your take in here, sir. I mean, we all know, you got your unbiased hat on too, right?
Yeah.
No.
So.
Yeah. Broncos all the way, dude. 32-28.
Ooh, high scoring.
That is
Okay.
high scoring.
Here we go.
So that means nobody's running the ball. Mark says no running the ball.
No.
He's going with the Vinny playbook.
Go long.
He's throwing Hail Marys. Every play is a Hail Mary in Vinny's playbook.
Huck it, chuck it.
All goes,
Football.
baby. Come on.
I mean, I
funny.
think
That's too funny.
I think that it's possible that
Jaden
there
Hurts
could be
was
some
going for
running
it.
going on. I mean, Harvey's been kind of stepping it up lately. He's starting to run upfield instead of trying to break out to the side. You know?
Man, that's such a sight for sore eyes to see,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's been good too. He's been averaging like 4.5 a carry doing it.
Right.
And he's catching passes out of the. You know what's really, really good about Harvey is he's picking up the blitz.
Mm-hmm.
He's picking up the blitz and giving Bo Nix enough time to either throw it away or get out of the pocket and do something with his legs, as opposed to earlier in the year where he was throwing it at the ground and getting those intentional grounding calls. All right, fellas, so we got about 3 minutes left for a final thought. So 90 seconds to you each. Since you went first, Mike, final thoughts on how the Broncos are going to annihilate the Green Bay Packers?
I think that Jordan Love's going to be feeling a lot of pressure from this defense. I think the defense is going to be hitting on all cylinders. I think that they are going to be limiting his time in the pocket. He's going to be forced to hit a first read, second read, and then with Surtain and Riley in the backfield, it's going to affect their deep ball, which is going to make them have to throw shorter passes and kind of dink and dunk stuff. It's possible that the Packers might not have their number one running back, whereas R.J. Harvey is starting to pick up the slack from J.K. Dobbins, who, by the way, hasn't played since like the first week of November, and he's still like top 10. Like in yards. That's insane.
Dude, that's when I was. I'm sorry.
Hold on. That's a lot of slack, and that's a lot to ask for the rookie running back. But I think that he's starting to get his vision, his field vision in there, and I think he's and Sean Payton's starting to open up his playbook. I think he had the playbook too open in the beginning of the season, then he tightened it up, and now as he's starting to trust his guys, he's opening up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing some production from Evan Ingram. And then. As far as Bo's getting his confidence, I think that they're going to stick with really, really playing that clock, that clock game, and that's gonna make it tough. It's gonna be somewhat of a low scoring affair. I'm thinking like 23-20.
All right, and time.
Broncos.
All right.
In case you weren't sure.
All right, Mr. Lagan.
All right, so this is obviously it's going to be a good game. You got two really good teams. Both of them have the opportunity to win this game. I think obviously, there's going to be kind of that element of who can win the turnover battle type of closeness here. Bo Nix has turned the ball over more than Jordan Love has. I'll tell you this right now, you can book it. Life savings on it. Josh Jacobs plays unless something crazy happens in the next 2 days where he gets injured in practice. Josh Jacobs is not going to miss this game.
Hobbled.
R.J. Harvey has not had more than, hold on, let me make sure I get this number right, 9 rushing yards in a game against a team over 500 the entire season.
Okay.
I would love to see him break that trend in any other game but this one. But I don't think you're going to have a reliable running game there quite yet.
Okay.
So give me the Packers winning the turnover battle and winning, to your point, a low-scoring game, 24-21.
Okay, all right, you heard it here first. Both teams, it seems like, because if you look at the numbers bear it out that these are two mirroring type. They both want to control the clock. They both want to run the ball effectively, but not a lot. They don't have to run the ball a lot, but they run it effectively enough to where that it affects defenses on the other side of the ball, and it makes sure that they have to stay honest. They run it just enough to stay honest. That's LaFleur's way, and that seems to be Peyton's way as well. I'm not sure if they're from the same coaching tree. I'm not sure. But very similar, mirror image teams, defenses, offenses, the numbers bear it out. We'll see on Sunday.
12 yards, not 9 yards, against Philly on 4 carries. I'll correct myself, but point remains.
Yes, point still remains. All right. Well, I mean, that was our first debate here on this show. I hope I stayed as moderate as I could. They said I had loaded questions, but it wasn't loaded. It was geared towards.
If you truly want to be unbiased, if this turns into a Super Bowl preview, can I get you wearing a cheese head in the next iteration of this debate? As an unbiased moderator.
No. I thought he was talking to Mike. I'm like, Mike?
Hold on. Hey, we didn't even
hell no.
We didn't even talk about the home the home field advantage. And
the Broncos haven't lost at home at all this season.
And the Packers haven't won in Denver since like 2007.
Since
right?
Jesus left Chicago.
Unless you count preseason,
We don't.
No, that doesn't. Since when is preseason counted?
I'm grasping at straws.
Yeah,
I know.
you're wearing that preseason win badge.
Yeah.
And you know what I want? If you okay.
They also
I'll
don't
do
play
this.
in Denver very often.
I'll
to be
do
fair,
this.
But okay.
I'll do this. If Green Bay wins, I will do in the next debate. I will wear a cheese head.
Okay.
But
I'm bringing it for you.
if Green Bay loses,
Okay.
because you're going to the game, correct?
Yes, I am.
So we need to see all the tears, pictures of the scoreboard, and you sad when they lose, so we can post them on the show and on our site and everything.
Do you own a cheese hat?
I do own a cheese head.
okay,
Are you
that's
kidding
Are you
me?
kidding me?
Yeah.
He's a Green Bay fan.
It will be on my head in those pictures if that happens.
There's no way you're a Green
Do
Bay
you
fan.
wear it
don't
while you
have a
watch the
cheese
games?
Yeah. Any. So hold on. Playoff.
It's a thing, bro.
If I'm in attendance live or if it's a playoff game, that's when I wear it. Yes.
Special occasions.
Yes, exactly.
Arthur, question for you: are you happy that the Broncos don't have anything as ridiculous as a cheese hat that they gotta wear?
I mean, we used to have a barrel man.
We did have a barrel man,
That dude
but
would
barrel man.
be-
Barrel Man is great.
Barrel
though.
Man's
Buck
dope.
naked. He is. But
Barrel
that
man
dude would
was
be
dope.
stark naked under a
R.I.P.
barrel in negative degree weather cheering on the Broncos,
University
dude.
of
Rest in
Wyoming
peace.
has one of those actually. If
A
you ever
barrel
go-
man?
Yeah, if you ever go to one of their games, I was.
He's a
I was-
copycat.
He's a
I
biter.
was sitting right near him. Actually.
He's biting.
It's funny.
No, man, R.I.P. to the barrel man. I don't know if barrel man's dead, but
I
R.I.P.
think he is. He
Oh,
is.
he's definitely
he is.
dead, yeah.
He passed
Is
away.
He passed away. Yeah.
They. I don't even think they've. Or they auctioned off like his actual seat
Oh, okay.
for like a lot of money.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, he's
Somebody's
a
got to take
staple.
up the mantle,
An
man.
NFL
That's
original.
crazy.
He's
Yeah.
a staple for my childhood, at least. That dude had been a Bronco fan and watching Broncos since I was a kid. So
Wow.
Somebody's got to take over and be the new barrel man, Mark.
Right.
Oh, that's too cold, man.
he straight up threw your name out there.
dude.
Like he said, someone, Mark.
His daughter tried to do it for a little bit.
Oh.
and it
Really?
didn't work out that well.
Yeah, that probably it's not as good.
Different vibe.
Yeah.
That's a different vibe. You know what else is a different vibe? The Denver Nuggets, man. We're so used to
Clean.
them winning at home. Like we've never, as a Denver Nuggets fan, I've never known them not to have a winning record at home. And this season, they do not have a winning record at home. Like they're barely winning at home.
It's weird.
George Carl's furious.
It's it is extra weird, but they have this crazy good record on the road. Is there something to say about schedule? Like we talked about this last week,
It's
and I
definitely
know
schedule, man. It's been all over the place, partially because of this cup, and they're getting back to home court and
for one night.
Yeah, yeah, and like
It's almost like the home games are away games.
yeah, exactly.
It's crazy to me.
Like you ever got back from like a vacation and you like feel like less rested?
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
you need a
That's-
vacation from your
They're
vacation.
partying too hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they go out and they give their all on the road, and then or
You're home for
they're
one
doing,
night.
They're doing great on the road, and then they come home. Late flights. It's
You get
got
to
to be a
sleep
brutal
in your
schedule.
own bed.
Yeah, but
You
that's
get
got
to
to
see
be
your wife.
It's got to be jarring with the inconsistency. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm not a professional athlete, so they should be hitting on all cylinders as many nights
I was
as they
gonna
possibly
say,
can.
This is a veteran team. I mean, I could see if it was
Yeah.
a super young team and they're like, oh, the schedule, like they're adjusting to it. But like, you can't tell me most of these dudes haven't had a season or two like this before, right?
I mean, that's fair. It is fair, but the Nuggets seem to not get any love from the scheduling gods. But here's the thing, though. This week and next week, they are actually getting some love from the scheduling gods. So it benefits the Nuggets so much. They haven't played since Sunday, right? That gives them 3 extra days without CB and without AG and haven't had to play a game, right? No losses. Now you play tonight, and you don't have another game until Monday, right? So that's 3 more days of rest.
And Thursday.
And then, you play Monday, and then you don't play again until Thursday. So you have 2 days. So they're getting a little love this
nice.
year. It's a little love. It sucks for me. Sucks for me as a sports fan. I'm like, man, I'm selfish. I'm selfish, Denver Nuggets. I'm selfish.
I mean, there might be something.
If it were up to me, y'all would play every night. Like, I just want to watch the games. I really do.
There might be something to it that, David Adelman, he's a new head coach. He probably spent the off season and the preseason and the first part of this season sort of dialing in like this, the starters, getting
rest.
and having the bench, be as good as they were playing, and then lose 2 key players and now have to fill those empty spots with bench guys, and suddenly have to like completely change his game plan, change his rotations, and now it went from where he really was having it dialed in to it turned into now we're experimenting again. You know what I mean?
He looks like a genius putting in Spencer Jones. But you know who else looks like a genius?
Spencer Jones is crazy.
You know who
he
has been
doesn't put up
singing
big
his
numbers.
praises for 2 years? Mr. Mark Perez.
What?
Has been saying this man's praise, Spencer Jones, for 2 years now.
Well, since the playoffs last year.
Spencer Jones is dope, but he doesn't really show up on the box score like you would think. Like
that shot is uglier than sin, though, Spence.
No, I don't like seeing him shoot the ball.
That shot is so ugly,
but
it goes in.
It goes in.
Who cares if it's ugly? It goes in.
It doesn't look good.
He's just kind of like he's kind of like a hustle guy. He's like a momentum changer or like a spark kind of like. And I think that's kind of where most of his value lies. He doesn't put up huge.
Bruh, he's
huge
an energy guy.
His value is that Aaron Gordon is on the bench right now, and he comes out and he's playing that dunker spot pretty good.
Right.
And he's guarding like top-notch players and playing really well against them, like defensively. He's fouling. He's young. He's only like 3 years in the league. He's young. He's gonna foul. He's got 6 of them. Foul away.
I'd rather see fouls than being out of place on defense.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're just being soft.
He passes the eye test when it comes to that. He doesn't look lost out there on defense.
No.
He knows who he's supposed to be guarding, and he knows where he's supposed to be on the court
He's pretty
on
fluid,
offense.
getting through picks.
And when they need him to make a shot, it's ugly as hell. But when they need him to make a shot, he's making them. The man had a 20-point night the other night.
Right.
28 against Dallas,
Like
on 11 to 15.
Yeah,
On 11 to 15.
That was incredible. And then
It
things
was.
like against the Hornets, you look at like 2 rebounds, an assist, 8 points. That's 3 or 2 threes. That's not like jumping off the page. But he was a plus 14.
plus 14. That jumps off the page.
Yeah, big time.
That means whoever he was guarding wasn't scoring
Yeah.
either. Like he didn't score, but they weren't scoring either.
That's big. That's big.
Big shout out to Spence Jones, man. Big shout out to Mark. He was singing his praises last year. He kept telling me, and I'm like, dude, who is this Spencer Jones dude? I wasn't listening.
And every time he came in, I was like, watch, dude, just watch.
and every single time I've been impressed. Every single game, his game has grown, just like his impression on me has grown. And now I'm like texting Mark every game, dude, did you see what Spencer Jones just did? It's like, bro, I told you. It's like, okay, well, I'm late to the game. The rest of us are late to the game because I've even started, people on the national stage have started talking about Spencer Jones and how he's a two-way player and what are the Nuggets going to do. Like, obviously you're not going to exchange AG for Spencer Jones. Like, no. I like the kid, don't get me wrong, but no, we're not going to do that. But
AG being hurt the way he is and going forward, how we don't know how that's going to be.
Right.
It's looking like AG's not back till next year, probably.
I'm not expecting him.
That's heartbreaking.
Till after New Year's for sure.
I'm not expecting him till like February or March.
I think Christian Brown.
I
think Christian Brown might be coming back sooner than that for sure.
I think we'll
though.
get him back for Christmas.
Yeah,
that'll be our Christmas gift.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
It's a CB Christmas.
That would be a birthday present for me. So I love that because I love me some CB.
Yeah.
And it's really, really sad that he got his extension and then hurt himself. Like that sucks because he plays very hard. But that's who he with an uglier jump shot. Obviously, I'm gonna keep bringing it up because it's ugly.
It's the worst.
Ugly. It is the ugliest jump shot I have ever seen. No,
On a
No.
scale
No,
of
we've
1
seen
to
No, we've seen worse.
Rookie year Lonzo.
I've seen worse.
Homeboy that
man,
played
Lonzo
for
Ball.
Phoenix for several years. Marion.
Oh, Sean Marion, yeah.
Woo, that shot was ugly, boy.
That was ugly for sure. What about rookie year Lonzo? I know he's improved it a little bit, but that one was
Yeah, that was pretty ugly
bad.
too.
Yeah, that's definitely like top 3 worst.
the old hip shooter, you know? Like,
Weird.
Oh my God.
no, but that's, I mean, like, I think that consistently the last few years, that's always been the question with this team. Like, you know what you're going to get from your leaders and your veterans. Like, what kind of, depth can you actually get from these young guys? And obviously the whole, point of contention with Malone and, in the previous leadership there. You knew coming into this year that you were deeper on the veteran, and I know what I'm getting side. You still had question marks on the younger side, and I mean he's already, he's outscoring Strother, Najee, Pickett, Holmes. Like,
Pickett hasn't been getting much minutes, but when he's in though, he has.
He's doing good.
But
Well,
that's
no,
what
and you're
I'm
getting a
saying.
lot of that. Like Peyton Watson. He's been here for a few years now. He's not necessarily like a young guy, but he's definitely been.
He's
averaging
hitting
10 a
threes though.
game.
He's hitting threes.
He's been inconsistent in the past, and this year he's
His shot's
looking
not
really
pretty
good.
neither.
No, it's not the best.
It's almost like he brings it all the way around so slow.
But he seems to be hitting some threes. He's wide
hitting
open.
them.
They leave him open, and then he's hitting them now, so that's good.
And now
then-
they're going to have to cover him eventually because he's out there having shooting practice. But I'm
Yeah.
sorry, finish your thought, dog.
No, I mean I was just saying how it's good to see emerging actual consistent role player roles for these younger dudes. Peyton Watson as well, 10 a game, career high 37% from free throw. Sorry, his rookie year I think he was a little higher, but far less minutes. But shooting the ball well, to your point, that's a huge part of the playoffs. Maybe you don't need as big a contributions from these guys, but when you've got a 24-1 Thunder team, and I'm not saying you're going to keep pace with that, but if you want to avoid them to at least the Western Conference Finals, you're going to have to get contributions from these dudes.
It sharpens what the injuries to CB and AG brings is it sharpens your bench.
Hidden blessing.
It puts you in a position where you have to play them. And
Right.
I really, really love Mike Malone. I was a huge fan of Mike Malone. I thought he was a fantastic coach,
but he never
there's
did that.
something to be said that he was almost allergic to playing young guys. And
He would run his veterans into the ground.
And now underneath the Adelman regime, I guess these guys are starting to get some development, some quantifiable development.
He keeps saying it. Adelman keeps saying it. I'm going to play the guys that are going to help us win. If that's Spencer Jones starting, now he's not getting starting minutes. He started every game since CB went down, though. He's not getting starting minutes throughout the game, and he's not finishing games, but he's starting, and he's giving quality minutes. Like Mike said, his stats don't always jump off the page, but he's getting quality minutes, and all of these players, with the exception of Strother, are getting quality minutes because with Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic playing like men possessed, it's almost like they're in a competition of who could get MVP this year. Jamal Murray, in a quick, because I don't really want to talk about OKC or the Cup, even though I'm the one that wrote the rundown. I don't really want to talk about that crap. So I'll pose this question to all three of you really quick because we got about 7 minutes here. Jamal Murray, okay, we all know about Jokic. Jokic is the best player on several planets, okay? He's probably not from this planet, and I'll keep standing on that. He's a freaking alien. With that said, Jamal Murray looks healthy, vibrant, young.
He must have
he's having fun.
He did. He must have had a really good offseason
glowing.
because he came in. He came
no,
in.
I mean for real, he is, dude.
He's a notorious slow starter, and it's like pretty awesome to
he
see.
did just have a baby. Well, his wife did.
There you
I
go.
kind of feel for him a little bit because he's right now, coming out of the gates hot, having putting up big numbers early in the season, which is new for him. Usually a slow starter. He's making a very strong case for an all-star, except that they changed the format, and now there's going to be the world team versus 2 USA teams, right?
Something like
it's
that.
So that and he would qualify for the world team, being that he's from Canada,
right?
And that roster is already pretty much solidified without him in it.
Because SGA's from Canada too.
SGA and
Lou Dort,
Jokic and Luka.
Luka.
Yeah.
Wemby.
No, I mean, just we can go all. We can start naming all the like it's.
Wemby,
Well, okay.
Giannis if he's healthy.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like Lou Dort is not just he's not necessarily an all-star, but I'm just saying there are several.
There's good international players.
Yes.
Yeah, and if it's a smaller
Don't-
like filter to
Why
fit
did you?
through.
Who said Lou Dort?
I did.
Why did you say Lou Dort? Why did you say Lou Dort, man?
He played for the Olympic team.
Okay.
He's a great player. What are you talking about? You wouldn't take him on the Nuggets?
I think it's like an
But
8-man roster
much
for the
money?
for the
How many
world.
times he's been picked for All-Star though?
I think for the world
I think it's
All-Star.
the one time. Let me
no,
check.
dude, the world All-Star team. I think it's 8 roster spots. He's Lou Dort.
Lou Dort.
He's not making
got-
the 8, dude.
He's got Murray for MVP. He's got Lou Dort for All NBA. He's averaging 8 and 4.
Yeah, Murray's not going to be an MVP, man, but he's making a strong case for a.
Why did I say Lou Dort? I don't know.
for the All-Star?
Brain's not working.
But so it's kind of tragic that they changed the format and that there's going to be a world team and that might end up being the death of Jamal Murray's All-Star chances this year. Just because there's so many good international players.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to call it tragic before I've seen it because the All-Star game's just been so bad historically.
Yeah, it's really bad.
If it's remotely fun to watch, then I'm for it. And
That's
then,
what they keep trying to make
then
it.
go make an All-NBA third team if you're Jamal at that point. You
They
know?
should just
But
pick the teams and then play NBA 2K.
Right?
About it.
there you go. That'd be fun, actually.
You know?
That'd be good to
I'd watch that.
And you know,
I don't even
everyone,
know why I would watch that, but I'd watch
'cause
that.
everyone would be trying. That's what it would be.
Yeah.
But what percentage of professional basketball players do you think have enough free time to even be good at 2K?
Are you serious?
I think that a lot of them play, dude.
Yeah, I guess
You're
so.
not.
A
You're
lot of them
joking,
play.
right?
A lot of
A
them
lot of
are
them play,
even
yeah.
cognizant of their number on.
Go on
Right.
Twitch.
I feel
Go
like,
on Twitch.
dude, I
and find out.
barely have time
Yeah.
to play video games. I feel like NBA players got less free time than I
Nah,
do.
bruh. They have all the
I
free
think
time
they
because
have
they're in
more.
hotels all the time.
Yeah, they're playing on the plane. They're playing on the bus.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
That makes
Bruh,
sense.
trust
In
me,
the
every
hotel.
single one of them players is playing 2K. They care about their rating in 2K,
Sure
just
they do.
like the players in the NFL care about their rating on Madden. They all say, "Who cares?" They care.
Yeah.
Hey,
for
speaking
sure.
of Madden, they put Phillip Rivers back on Madden.
Yeah,
Oh
70
my
overall,
God.
baby.
70 overall.
Yeah,
Do you know his
How can I forget that story from this week?
his speed rating
That's
is
what
a
it was.
59.
That's what they
A
gave him.
59. So they gave him his
much.
They
age.
gave him
They gave
his
him too
age.
much. That's way too much, man.
That's just cold-blooded, bro.
If he gets in this game, that's dropping to like a 42 next week for sure.
I think the highest rating at like peak Phillip Rivers, he had like a 96, which doesn't that seem high?
Like
A 96?
He's
I mean, maybe
44,
his
bro.
prime,
I'm
dude.
44.
2012,
That's not,
right?
but I'm not a professional football player. I don't have 260-pound linebackers running at me
I wish-
at full speed.
Dude, what a crazy desperate move by the Colts. I can't even believe that they're even like entertaining this idea.
If at any point Phillip Rivers is more than 10 yards in any direction from where the ball was snapped at the end of a play, I'm going to be
No, dude.
absolutely shocked.
I was going to say, dude, if he at any given point has to step out of the pocket,
Right.
his hamstring's
It's
going to
not
be up
happening.
in his shoulder.
It's not happening. No.
Look, we've been talking about this like all week in the text thread, and it's crazy to me because I think somebody in the text thread said poor Brett Rippon because he's an
Yeah.
actual backup,
Yeah, that
right?
was me.
Yeah.
And I felt that. Like I felt that because I'm thinking to myself like I'm on the roster already.
Yeah.
How bad do you think I am that you would pull a grandpa,
A legit grandfather.
a grandfather, old man Rivers,
Off the
Quarterback.
streets.
pun intended?
They hit up
quarterback is
Ellinger.
hard.
Did you see that?
Yeah, and he
that.
said no.
He said no.
Yeah. He's like, no, I'm good.
He's like, I'm sitting on my couch watching Phillip
On
Rivers.
a winning team.
I'm chilling, getting paid.
On a
Honestly,
team that has
no.
a chance to win their division.
Yeah, right.
It's insane to me that they had to go all the way down to Old Man Rivers.
Old man Rivers.
Quarterback is hard, man. I mean, it's
I
hard.
mean, he had to take a
Oh.
break from his lack of use of condoms
Do you think
to play football.
Do you think Philip Rivers got in like a huge fight with his wife when he told her?
It's like, don't worry, baby. We'll still have 5 more children.
Super disappointed. She's like, oh.
Or she's happy that she gets a break from getting pregnant.
One of the two.
Yeah,
or hearing him say, doggone.
Dadgummit.
Dadgummit. Yeah, that's what it was. Dadgummit. They had this collage on ESPN. Like, he doesn't cuss.
They're being good.
Like, who cares?
In all seriousness, I really hope the guy doesn't get hurt, whatever happens.
I know,
I
that
would love
be
nothing
absolutely
more
horrible.
than to see him like play actually well.
To fail.
Because the last time he was
see him
on
fail.
the field, they won 11 games in 2020.
I don't like
He's
Rivers.
literally Uncle Rico right now. He's like, I bet I could throw this football over them mountains.
Straight over the mountains. Straight over the mountains.
All of us are kind of secretly rooting a little bit because we're like, oh man, that'd be cool if I could just get up off the couch and go play some football.
Right.
Bruh.
He was trying to give hope to all the 44-year-olds out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no hope.
Yeah. Did he give you hope?
No. No hope.
I'm
There's
almost
no hope.
44 and I have zero hope.
He's gonna.
I don't even think I could go into a rec league and play right now in basketball, bro.
But listen, if you had that opportunity, he's gonna complete at least a couple passes. He's gonna get a couple first downs.
Well, even the sun shines on a dog's ass some days.
They might even score a touchdown or something.
I thought
like
it was funny.
He was there thinking he was never gonna do that again his whole life. If he gets one touchdown, it's
and
worth
he
it.
might not if he gets hit the wrong way. What were you gonna say, Mark?
There's who's the quarterback for the Rams? Supposedly he was going to pass him in the scoring or yards.
Oh, yeah.
Stafford. Stafford, yeah.
But then, like, it's all like funny that Philip Rivers coming in and he's going to
Not on my watch.
Yeah. I'll take care of that.
I just need to throw 1,000 more yards this season, and I should be good. I should be safe.
Had those stats.
It just kind of reeks of desperation, though, because like Philip Rivers, didn't he sign a one-day contract with the Chargers so he could retire as a Charger?
Yes.
He's back with the Colts.
He's all crying about it and everything, yeah.
I miss being a
Sign
Charger.
another one. now.
I'll always be a Charger.
Ah.
But now you're a Colt again. Oh, my God. I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait to see this disaster in the making.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a highly watched game.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be Jerry
Can't
Springer
miss.
on a football field.
Definitely can't miss.
Geriatric for sure.
Yes, that's good.
Wow.
That's really good.
All right. Let's go do it for us today. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us at Sportz Phenz on all your social media. We will see you next week at 7 p.m. Holla at your boys. Peace.
Jordan Love is coming to town.
To get his ass whooped.